Hey everybody, Preferred Selection here with a brand new series that I'm really excited to be bringing you. As some of you may know, I just hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, and with that, I'm looking at my channel through fresh eyes, trying to think of new and exciting ways to bring you content, fun things to do, and a big part of that initiative is going to be lots of new series. So today we're going to be playing Undertale, which is a little loud right now. Let's see if I can just crank that down just a tiny bit. Oops, don't want to mute it. Okay, I've got it on 1 in my mixer, so hopefully that's a good volume, because I don't think I can bring it any lower. But yeah, here we are playing Undertale, and I've got a co-commentator joining me. A friend of mine from a long way back, my friend Bryn, who... Hi, Rin.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good. As a note, you should write these down if you think for any reason you might forget, because I could not find a way to make the screen come back later, so I had to guess.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I've got you a little quiet now. All right. I think I've got you at a good volume.
All right, we okay?
Yep. Yeah, we're good. Okay,
Good.
so enter is confirmed. Shift is canceled. That's good to know.
Yeah, I really liked using the Z XC one for it, just because of how my hands rested, but I know you
Right.
like to have a different configuration than I do.
I'm never gonna remember that C's menu. I think Control will work fine. I'll do Enter and Shift, and I'll do the modifier keys. I think that'll be...
Okay, yeah, the one downside is you cannot remap the keys, which is a little silly, but...
Let's see, what do I want to call my character?
Is the character you, or is the character
It's a fallen
character?
human.
Right, but I mean, how are you picturing it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, get in the zone for it.
Let's see. I think... Well, okay, so I definitely feel like PSLP is probably a little bit too clinical for this game, because this game has a lot of heart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with a name that I use for... It's a girl, right?
they never tell you.
They never tell you?
It's meant to be kind of a genderless, so you can pick whatever you like.
Okay, I name a lot of characters, especially in Pokemon. I almost always name my Pokemon character Iron, so we're gonna revive Iron for this game and bring that back.
Sounds good. Where did that come from?
That... Oh my god.
Was this like an elementary school thing?
No, this was like middle school creative writing class. Iron was like... So have you've read the you've read like Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, I've not read the full series. I was waiting until it finished.
Have you encountered Breen yet, or Brienne, or however you
Yeah.
pronounce it? Iron was basically kind of like a Breen-ish character. So just I don't know. I was playing like Pokemon Yellow at the time, and maybe Silver,
And
and
spoke to
yeah, it just spoke to me. So I've used it for many characters since.
I like that it gives you the chance to like regret your decision for the name you picked.
Also, Iron is a stat boosting item in Pokemon. I think it boosts... That's health? No, that's calcium. Attack, defense. Okay, so I got control of my character.
Yes.
By the
and
way...
everyone should subscribe to Jack for more Pokemon facts.
Yeah, I've got a healthy amount of Pokemon facts, I feel like.
So hit. I know it's the C key. I think that was control. Like hit the keys that you know. So
Okay.
that's your little menu. You don't really have anything yet, but that's how you access it.
I've got stats.
Your weapon is a stick, so
Nice.
get excited for that.
All right. And there's no... Like, combat is going to be a separate screen,
Yeah,
right?
it's turn based. So
Okay. Is the larger preview window helping you at all?
yeah, I can see just fine
Good.
because I've got it full screen on my end, so we are good to go.
Now, you say this character's genderless, but I definitely... I mean, I guess the haircut's not much to go by, but... Oops. This feels... Oh.
New friend.
It's a if we're going with Pokemon, that's like a Sunflora or what was the sixth gen
I like you act like I played
Flabberly?
Pokemon.
I know you played a
I
couple of
haven't.
them.
I haven't.
Really?
Yeah, I had a Sega Game Gear as a kid, which
Okay.
is, for anyone who knows what that is, it's kind of tragic. All right, let's get through dialogue.
All right. So this person's
Oh,
talking to me about the underground,
yes.
and I guess this is going to be a tutorial.
Yeah, the early section is tutorialized. So you don't get a ton of story stuff, but
Hmm.
it walks you through what you need to know and sets a lot of things like in motion.
Okay.
So
Control with the movement seems alright.
mhm.
That font, I don't love that font.
Yeah, it's used for everything, so you got used to it.
Okay. Aw, that's so cute. What's LV stand for? Love. It's adorable. I have to wonder if that's just the perspective of this flower or...
Mm. It's friendliness pellets.
Oh, am I skipping through the dialogue too fast?
Maybe a little fast.
I dodged the pellets. Was I not supposed to?
Well, the flower didn't want you to, so
Okay.
yeah, you probably should have dodged it.
This hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you do this thing and tell you what's supposed to be done, because that's no fun.
Oh my god. I'm concerned. So you said you died a lot in this game, right?
Yes, but I'm also really bad. So, like, you've played like bullet hell shooters, right?
Uh, a little. I mean, I play a lot of Isaac, which is...
Yeah, you should be fine. I'm just not great with the bullet hell stuff. I tend to move in the exact position you don't want to be.
You should have seen my Isaac runs earlier today. I was doing a lot of that.
Awesome. This is Toriel. Is that how you'd say it?
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. What do you think she is? A goat or a cow?
Well, Toriel, isn't that the name of a biblical seraph?
Oh, that might be right. It's really familiar.
I think it is. I think it's one of the angels. That
Do you want me to look up to
suffix.
verify?
No, think. I mean, if you want to.
Well, because I can do it on my phone, so you don't hear my keyboard clacking.
Oh yeah, go for it. All right, so this person did not attack me yet.
No.
Feel good about that.
Yeah, she prevented the flower or Flowey from killing you.
By the way, for anyone wondering, like, if this is like a Game Boy Color ROM or something, like, no, this is available on Steam now for, I believe, $9.99. It was $4.99 for a while. I should have grabbed it back when it was. But do I not have control of my character?
You do. It's all keyboard.
Oh, I was using WASD for a second. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's again, you can't remap, unfortunately, so you just have to get used to the other
That's fine.
way they set it up.
One of the nice things about Isaac is that it's WASD and arrow keys, so you get... I don't feel too blasphemous using one or the other. I kind of want to touch this thing, and I'm worried it'll kill me.
Yeah, you can touch it.
Okay. Are those rose petals everywhere?
I think it's leaves.
Okay.
You walk up to it to interact with things. Hit Enter or Z.
Oh, okay. The shadow of the ruins looms above and fills you with determination.
So this is how you save in the game, and every
Okay.
time you save, you restore your HP. So it's really great after, like right before, after a boss fight, in order to save some of the health items.
Are there limited saves at all?
No,
Okay.
you only get one save slot, but you can save onto that as many times as you want. There doesn't seem to clarify for the people viewing, I am at the second to last battle of the game during my first run, so far there doesn't seem to be any repercussions for saving.
Good to know.
So if there is later, you can know that I'm not at the end of the game yet. So So there's puzzles in this game, but they're ones that are more logic-based.
Okay.
So I think you'll be able to figure all of these out without too much trouble.
That's
They're
good.
not like when we tried to play an adventure game and it did not go well.
Oh, man.
I also picked a bad one for you to start with because it has a little bit more obscure logic to it.
Possibly, but I mean, I did want to play Salmon Max just because I've heard so much about Salmon Max. It seems like one of those like rite of passage games where you have to at least give it a fair shake at some point.
Might have been better to start you off with something like, honestly, one of my earlier games I played was Day of the Tentacle, which is a little bit more complex, but it's really, really fun.
Well, we started with Willy Beamish, which was a good starting point.
Yeah. Traumatized by that game, but yeah. Do I need to explain why it traumatized me, or could just leave it at that? Because I know you know the story.
Was it the frogs?
No. There's a bit in the middle where a babysitter comes over and you have a nightmare sequence where she chases you around
as a
turns
bat.
Into a bat and can like grab you and carry you off into the night.
And you were probably playing on like a processor that was like...
It was too fast. Basically, it was a new game, but I'm ahead of the curve with most things with electronics in the late 80s, early 90s because we had access to it. So we had to like call I think it's Sierra helpline, which was no help because we were doing it correctly. So I have like nightmares as a kid about like not being able to beat it.
Well, that's why a lot of computers from around that era have turbo switches,
which slow it down enough, which seems really contrary, but it's... Oh, the little lines are writing if you want to read it. It's not important, but...
Sure. That's cute.
And maybe go a little bit slower on the text, just a tiny bit.
Okay.
I'm a fast reader, but if someone's not, they'll have to pause.
True.
She's so proud of you, Jack.
Now what happens if I press this one? Oh no.
She's basically made sure that you cannot fail this puzzle.
Can I climb the ivy?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh,
You can always explore. It's...
I'm sure there's going to be wall chicken somewhere in this game. I can't decide if I want to read Toriel's text or not.
Like out loud?
Yes.
I mean, I can read it if you want. Like...
I might put you in charge of that.
Well, yeah. How about after this, I think?
Okay. This seems like a long one. So, she's telling me to fight.
No, she's telling you practice talking to the dummy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can do whatever you want when you get to the dummy, but she's telling you she wants you to talk to it. Okay, so here's how kind of the combat works. If you want to fight it, you can hit the fight button, and it has basically like a sliding piece that you have to hit at the right time to get hits. Act is things you can interact with, which the talk will be under. Item is you can use your health items, and mercy you can choose to flee or spare the person you're fighting.
Maybe I should get used to a WZ thing, because it seems like it'd be nice to have.
Yeah, it's...
I'm like all over my keyboard with the shift and enter stuff.
Right, yeah, I use pretty much the arrow keys, enter sometimes, and then Z, C, and I think it's W.
Right.
Yeah, so pick what you want to do and run with it.
Alright, so I picked Act, and it's...
Okay, so then you hit dummy. So basically, the name of who you're fighting shows up there. So if there's more than one opponent, and check is basically a stats check.
Okay, so it's not like checking on someone to be like, how are you?
That'd be great. I think that probably exists for some of them. But yeah, you can check, and it'll tell you sort of something about them. So if you choose to act instead of fight...
This is kind of like Scan in Final Fantasy, where you lead off and figure out their weakness or their deal.
Exactly. I mean, this is not one where the dummy's fighting back, so you can use the check if you want to see what it does.
Oh, okay. A cotton heart and a button eye, you are the apple of my eye.
I thought for a second it was going to fight you, and I was like, oh no, I've led you astray so soon.
I was thinking the same thing. I was concerned.
Well, because I tricked you with the flower. But I feel like that's a rite of passage, even though you were smart not to trust that flower. Because...
Usually when things head towards you in a fancy pattern in a game, you should get out of the way.
Yeah, probably. You won! 0 XP and 0 gold.
Now, if I'd gone up to that thing and hacked it to bits, would I have gotten points?
You could kill it, and you would have gotten, I think, just XP for it.
I kind of want XP. I don't know, man.
You have to forge your own path.
It won't let me talk to it again, so I guess it lives.
Yes.
Oh, I went through that pretty quickly, but
Yeah, that's not the. Yeah, So people can always pause, but just keep in mind when you're going through it. Oh, a real encounter.
oh my gosh. All right. Now, is there any like blue magic in this game? Like, if I talk to this frog and befriend it, can it like become my ally?
Sort of. There's definitely story repercussions for things.
Okay. Ooh, let's compliment.
Frogget didn't understand what you said, but was flattered anyway.
Oh, so cute.
Toriel is not having any of this.
I'm getting so little from these encounters.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot I can say there.
I have a feeling
Never
that
was
if I was killing things, I'd be getting experience.
Yes. The Western Room is the Eastern Room's blueprint.
I have to ask, and I hate to ask this.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me, but as far as like items and loot and stuff, does more of that drop if you beat up enemies and kill them?
No.
Okay, because experience I can live without, but items.
You're more likely to get items, I think, if you are like making friends. At least some things.
Right.
The
I mean,
ones
you're on
I
your first
get-
playthrough, so it's hard to.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot I know for a fact because if you go through and you kill everything in an area that has a tavern, or I mean, someone who sells things, I think in one of the cases you can then take all the things, which I guess counts for getting loot. Yeah. But you've killed everyone to get it, so I don't know if it's worth it.
That's the classic kill the shopkeeper conundrum.
Yeah.
So do you want a tutorial?
This is a puzzle, but here, take my hand for a moment. She is not ready to let you try by yourself yet.
Oh. I wonder if you perform more competently than I have so far, if she's like, go for it.
This part I think is pretty rigid.
Right.
Puzzles seem a little too dangerous for now.
This is so sweet. This is like the sweetest game.
You have done excellently thus far, my child. However, I have a difficult request to ask of you. I would like you to walk to the end of the room by yourself. Forgive me for this. Alright, so walk the gauntlet, I guess.
Oh god. Keep looking at those walls for cracks or some sort of secret. It's all in texture so far. Oh. Is she hiding behind that?
Yes.
Oh.
You did it! Greetings, my child. Do not worry, I did not leave you. I'm going to pretend you didn't see me behind the pillar the whole time. Thank you for trusting me. However, there was an important reason for this exercise.
I have to ask, did you check the pillar in your playthrough?
No, I did the first time. Oh, that's so cute. To test your independence. I must attend to some business, and you must stay alone for a while. Please remain here. It's dangerous to explore by yourself. I have an idea. I will give you a cell phone.
Oh, the
I
memories.
should yell that 'cause it's all in caps, right?
My viewers are gonna feel my pain here. The amount of time it took me to get a cell phone in Terraria. It's probably a few 100-hour grind.
I was gonna say I remember how long it took you to get a smartphone because you were texting with oh gosh, what was it called? Like the T3, where you had to like press each button multiple times. To get
T9.
letters? Yeah, the T9. You were on that for way too long.
Yeah, I had like a LG flip phone till like 2013, maybe.
Yeah, it was. I kept going. Are you up for an upgrade? Okay, so if you have a need for anything, just call. Be good, all right?
I might be.
So preemptively, there's nothing really in here, so you don't need to backtrack. So,
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to.
She
but
pretty much told me not to go forward, right?
Well, no, what she told you was don't go forward, but she also told you that this walking by yourself was a test of independence. So,
Well, she did. The thing is, though.
you no longer trust me.
Oh, I trust you, but when it comes. Whoa, was there? Is there like
Yeah,
a
there was
flash on
something
the
there.
screen?
You know what? That was like the yellow of the flower earlier.
That was weird.
Yeah, is it watching you?
I don't
I
know.
haven't seen that before because I didn't backtrack. So this is the same as the other room, which I don't remember offhand, so try not to die.
It's actually not letting me. Like, it won't let me go forward if I was on.
Oh, that's really funny.
I don't know how much I can commit to going back through this, but can't talk to the dummy. I'm gonna assume that going, because it's not like there was branching paths or anything, so I'm gonna assume that.
Do you want a spoiler that's minor?
Sure.
You should go forward.
I mean, I figured I should probably at some point, but
Yeah, it's another part of basically the test for your independence. So, which that's like, I think she made it clear in the dialogue. So hopefully no one's like, "How dare you spoil something
or
that is."
yeah, or you
5
run
minutes
out
away from
of
being Sorry.
yeah, or you run out of just like places to go, and eventually you go forward.
Yeah, they also made it like emptied out that area too.
Are you familiar with the video game trope, go left first?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to check. Oh, it's the frog.
A new friend. Hello? This is Toriel. You have not left the room, have you? There are a few puzzles ahead that I have yet to explain. It would be dangerous to try to solve them by yourself. Be good, all right?
Aw. Poor Toriel.
And we're off to adventure.
So is Toriel gonna show up? Well,
I knocked my mic. Was that okay?
no, yeah, it's fine. I do that all the time.
Sorry, I'm using the headset mic, so it's slowly working its way off my head.
It's okay. So I'm trying to figure out if there's another voice that shows up soon. I don't want too many spoilers, but if there's another voice, I will do that to relieve you of having to do all the voices.
Sounds good. There you go.
Ribbit, ribbit. Excuse me, human.
I didn't plan that, by the way.
I have some advice for you about battling monsters. If you act a certain way or fight until you almost defeat them, they might not want to battle you anymore. If a monster does not want to fight you, please use some mercy, human. Ribbit. That's good advice.
Wise words from the frog.
Save. Ooh! It jumped in front of the save point.
Well, no, this is just a random encounter.
Oh, okay. It's just a new frogget.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to see what happens when you compliment the frog?
Didn't I
got
compliment it
interrupted
already?
You're right, but then you got interrupted before. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Did I get interrupted? Oh, right.
Because Toriel showed up and chased off the frog by glaring at it until it left.
I'll compliment
And
it again.
Is the mic okay right now, by the way?
Yeah, you sound
Okay,
fine.
because I had to move it entirely. Good.
Okay. Aww. It's a cute
Alright, now you gotta
frog.
dodge.
Oh! I should have dodged that.
Yeah, it's okay. You can restore your health when you save. Okay, so here's a fun fact. See how it's yellow?
Mm-hmm.
When it's yellow, go over to the Mercy tab. Hit, I think it's X to go back.
Okay.
Okay, so you see how it says spare in yellow? That means that you can spare them and succeed.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And I got
that
money
took me
from
a-
that.
that's how I accidentally killed a character by not paying attention to that, and I felt like garbage.
Aw.
So I was the real monster. Playfully crinkling through the leaves fills you with determination. HP fully restored. Yeah, they really, all of the saves points mention determination.
Huh.
And so does the game over screen. So there's definitely something that I've not hit that I don't even know if you run into in your first playthrough, because it comes up way, way, way too often, I think.
Interesting. You're having fun reading these, I can tell.
Well, yeah, because I like it when there's like,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, emotion with it.
Right.
And sometimes when you're reading it to yourself, it's like you lose that connection with the Let's Player.
Yeah. So I think that the first save point is going to be a good spot to call the first episode. Thank you so much for joining me, Karen, and thank you so much for joining me, viewers. I will see you guys in a little bit.